yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
I don't judge, and the old timers didn't either, fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way.
Because he definitely had the skill of a top five, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody.
Boxing pundits are now whispering what once seemed unthinkable, that Terence Crawford might surpass a prime. Floyd Mayweather, after his stunning unanimous decision win over Canelo Alvarez to become the undisputed super middleweight champion. Crawford drew praise not only for the victory, but for the manner in which he achieved it, dominating from range, switching stances with ease, standing firm under pressure, and blending smart strategy with ruthless efficiency.
Crawford outboxed Canelo, made Canelo miss, stood right in front of him when he was supposed to, he moved when he was supposed to, made it look easy. He beat Canelo Alvarez better than Floyd Money Mayweather, which makes him better than Floyd Money Mayweather, in my opinion.
Experts such as Bob Arum have suggested that Crawford's ambidexterity and all-around skill set make him uniquely equipped to equal, or perhaps even surpass, Mayweather at his peak.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner.
What fight?
Why do you feel he wipes the floor with him?
Why?
Is it because of the weight difference?
Because Canelo, Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Do you think the welterweight Boots Ennis would stand a chance against Crawford? Or?
I have no idea, but I know that Boots Ennis is a tremendous fighter and a great talent. Whether he'd stand a chance with Crawford, I don't really know, because at 147, Crawford is, I think, unbeatable.
The long-running debate over whether Floyd Mayweather or Terence Crawford is greater was reignited when Canelo Alvarez, who has faced both men, declared Crawford the superior fighter. His remarks followed Crawford's unanimous decision victory over him in 2025 to claim the undisputed super middleweight title. Canelo highlighted Crawford's adaptability, ring IQ, seamless guard switching, and defensive mastery as proof that he outshines Mayweather.
And he said he might be better than Mayweather. I can see it, because Crawford got a little bit of Mayweather in him, but he got the offense going on. It's not like all defense, blocking everything, points, you know. Crawford can actually hurt you. He's actually a fighter. He'll fight you. You know, he'll box you, but he'll fight you too. He ain't no joke.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. built a legendary career defined by his flawless 50-0 record, unmatched defensive brilliance, and dominance across multiple divisions from super featherweight to light middleweight. Renowned for his precise footwork, razor-sharp reflexes, counterpunching mastery, and remarkable ability to avoid damage while controlling the tempo, Mayweather captured 15 major world titles in 5 weight classes. Competing in one of boxing's most competitive eras, he consistently faced and defeated elite champions and marquee names.
Of all the fights, you've had 50. Who would you say was your toughest opponent?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds, but nothing really was tough. I've been in a boxing gym, and guys have given me great sparring and great work. They say ass whooping will humble you. I go home and say, you gotta tighten up, champ.
Yeah.
You gotta get it together, champ. And then sometimes I go home and say, is this for me? I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing record.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, she did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that.
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Terence Crawford also remains undefeated, boasting over 18 major world titles across 5 divisions and making history as the first male fighter to become undisputed champion in 3 weight classes. A natural switch hitter with power that carries up in weight, Crawford combines technical precision with ruthless finishing ability. His resume includes dominant victories over elite opponents such as Errol Spence Jr. and most recently, Canelo Alvarez.
You know, he was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
And last question is, I know it's right after the fight. Have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
Crawford's recent clash with Canelo marked a defining moment in boxing history. Moving up 2 weight classes to challenge for the undisputed super middleweight crown, he battled through 12 tough rounds and earned a unanimous decision with scores of 116, 112, 115, 113, and 115, 113. His game plan was clear: control the ring with sharp footwork, crisp jabs, and perfectly timed counters, all while withstanding Canelo's power and relentless pressure. Even after suffering a cut above his right eye from an accidental headbutt, Crawford never lost control of the fight. The victory made him the first male boxer in modern history to become undisputed champion in 3 divisions, extended his record to 42-0, and solidified his place among the sport's all-time greats.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
In a recent interview, Roy Jones Jr. placed Terence Crawford among the all-time greats, praising his rare blend of skill and adaptability usually reserved for Hall of Famers. Jones highlighted Crawford's seamless stance switching, impeccable timing, high ring IQ, and mastery on both offense and defense as marks of his greatness. While acknowledging that Crawford once needed marquee matchups to fully cement his legacy, Jones pointed to his recent dominant performances over top-tier opponents as proof that Crawford is now living up to the immense potential his talent has always promised.
I'd rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely has the skill of a top 5, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get, and that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. Yeah. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for like pound for pound, that maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donaire. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
Keith Thurman openly praised Crawford's performance, calling it a boxing masterclass built on fundamentals, ring generalship, and tactical brilliance. He noted how Crawford's jab, movement, angles, and control of distance effectively nullified Canelo's trademark pressure and power. Though Thurman had initially voiced doubts about Crawford moving up in weight, he admitted that Bud's speed, timing, and composure ultimately made the difference. He also observed that Canelo appeared slower than usual and struggled to adapt or assert his physical strength as he had in past fights. In the end, Thurman concluded that Crawford's victory was a showcase of strategy and skill, with Canelo, still dangerous, being comprehensively outboxed.